Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Let me just quickly check the chat thing. It broke. Interesting. Should be working now. Okay, we shall see. Welcome everyone to the stream. I hope you're having an amazing day. Been a while. Last week there was ZBrush Summit, so I wasn't here. I was participating actually. And let me quickly show you what my final image looked like. If you're unaware of what Sculpt is, Sculpt is a yearly competition hosted by ZBrush group team, sorry. And you're given a topic and you have to sculpt something on that topic. So this was my entry. The Dice King, as I call him. It was really fun to sculpt him. Some of you were there. I streamed it on my YouTube channel. Had a lot of fun. Was stressed a bit, understandably, I think. And yeah, thank you everyone who stopped by, and yeah, you were really cute and thank you for supporting me. Hey Warrior Maddie, hey Al, hey Coscraft Bill. Love your entry, it looks very cool. Okay, that was sleepless night for me. It is. You need to get some sleep. This stream will be available when you wake up. Has a vibe of tabletop game or something like that. Thank you, thank you. That's what I was going for. I love playing board games, and I have a lot of board games that have cards in them. So I was really drawing inspiration from that. What a break. So this is Layla, not me, her. Character from Vampire Hunter D. She is taking a long time because I really don't work on her outside of streams, and streams last for like 2.5 hours. So that's my excuse for why it's taking so long. But hey, I get to spend time with you guys. So that's cool. What I wanted to do today, I think I wrote down a list somewhere. In my pure ref board, there is a list. Okay, so I wanted to make the color fit the one that's off. Not sure what to call it. Wanted to make her gloves slash bracers, her bracelets, maybe potentially even the belt. And it would be cool to show off Z Modeler and what it can do, and model her gun as well. It's not present here, but it's a really cute gun that she has. It's like very short. So yeah, here it is. So that would be cool to model fully in ZBrush. Hi, could I send you a message on ArtStation to review my work? Don't send it on ArtStation. In the links below this video, you'll find my Discord server called 3D Rabbit Hole, and there's a section called feedback. That's where you should submit it. Because as soon as I have time, I get back to you guys. And if I don't, usually the community is so responsive, which is amazing, and people help each other. Ah, 1 second. Hello. 1, 2. Anyway, the link is down below. I just don't want to accidentally bring up any tabs that I don't need to. This is the 3D Rabbit Hole. I know, very creative, and there is a feedback section here where you can submit your work. If you're stuck with something and need help, feeling sleepy, but then also I will watch. Fair enough. What's your favorite table game? Like board game? That would have to be Everdoll. It's about you building this little town in the forest, and you play as little critters, squirrels and rats and badgers, and you have to build the most prosperous city in the span of 4 seasons, and then whoever builds the city wins. It's competitive, but also very, very cute, and the art style, oh, perfection. I follow the artist who illustrated the whole game on ArtStation as well. Let's do the color. It should be pretty easy. I just need to count how many sections she has. Excuse me for a moment while I find a good reference. I like the details. Thank you. I'd love to 3D print that gun. That would be cool. Hey everyone. Hey Cassie. Welcome. Hello. I hope your morning been well. Hey RG Ducats. Thank you. I woke up an hour and a half ago. So yeah, it's been great so far. I was just warming up, tweaking something with her before I started streaming, put on some makeup, and that's it. That's been my morning. What else is it hard to understand? What's hard to understand? The game? I'd say it's like medium difficulty. Even if you're a beginner, I think you'll be just enamored by the art style, and you'll be like, okay, I gotta learn. Just Google it, it's really pretty. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Say around, I'll say 18 section. Let's just get into it and play by the ear. So we'll just duplicate this mesh, Control Shift D. Also, excuse my naming. This does not get better. I get older, and the naming of my subtools gets worse somehow. Boop, boop, boop. Up here. Hello, Robin. Comics Legend, this looks awesome. Thank you. Let's fill it with this color. And let's quickly switch to skin shade so I can see more reflections. Oh, 18 sections. I'd like to make them as even as possible, so I might just get rid of many loops. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Something like that. So I wanted to maintain its shape, but I also want to make each section equal in like width. Line. Insert another one here. Slide some stuff around. Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 10 sections altogether. Let's insert multiple edge loops and interactive resolution. So just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That way we get 20, which might be a bit too close if you look at this reference here. You might need less of them. Oh. Perhaps we didn't need this extra loop, so it's a bit of math that we need to do, which I'm not really good at. It's fine. Insert. And there you go. Let's see. They still look too small. Like the sections here get wider. Morning, Layla. Sculpt is looking good so far. Thank you. Very cool design. Design is not mine, but it's from Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, which is an old manga and anime. Well, I mean, define old. This particular version of her is from the movie of 2002, I believe. Never seen that one. Yeah, it's really good. The story is good. The world building is great. I'd say watch it. Art style definitely reminds me of Berserk, Evangelion, that sort of Van Helsing. Have you seen any of those? Who will need to check it out? Let's scale this down. Hello, kind of a random question. Is it possible to control 3 curves at once? I'm trying to make a hair braid. 3 curves at once. Hair braid. So you mean like 3 sections of a braid? You could just either make yourself or download one of the braid brushes. I'm sure there are some free ones on ArtStation. Let me see if I have one. I have many hair brushes. Yeah, well, one of them comes with a braid. So let's go in here. If I were to drag her out right now, it would create a braid for me. So you don't need to create each individual segment of it. Not segment, like part. Is that what you're asking, or is it a more complex setup that you have? But yeah, you can either create your own, or and drag it off screen. I'll look for one on ArtStation. Maybe support an artist with like a couple of dollars, if that's what they're selling it for. Great. Yeah, I mean, there are a few. Yeah, I have some brushes myself. I just want to more control of each individual strand to make it messy loose. Okay. I would just do it after the fact. So let's say we had a braid like this. Let's make it bigger. Let's put it hidden. Now it's got the same polygroup on each thing, but if you do polygroups, auto groups, it will now have each section as its own thing. Why is it important? You could go to brush. I don't know, can you see it? Let me pin it to side brush. Auto masking and mask by polygroups all the way up. This way, when you grab anything, it will only work on the same polygroup. So you can make it messy and more loose very easily. So you're like controlling them individually. There you go. Obviously, you would spend a bit more time than me, but oh, what is the best way to make your own? Thank you for your help. I mean, it's just about creating one second. How would I explain it best? So you see each of these sections they represent what is going to be instanced across the whole curve. So this is the section that you would need to model if you wanted to make it into a curve brush. So let's just select it and disable the curve function to look at it. And we're gonna drag it out. Close this one and drag this one out. This is what you would need to model to create a braid. And again, if we break it down, it's nothing too complex. It's just a section. Then you would need to play around a bit with like the settings of the stroke curve mode, and then there's a brush settings that you need to play around with. So it's a bit of a complex setup at the start, then it works like a charm. Oh damn, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to. Thank you so much. Oh, good. So her jacket color is kind of going down. I wonder if we could not isolate, mask this part and do some polishing to imitate this round corner here. Also, we should disable that mask by polygroups thing. Now let's mask this edge loop. Bring it in slightly. Sweet. How's everyone going though? Are you guys working on any projects at the moment? Or are you just watching me sculpt? What's going on? Is it already Saturday for you? Is it Friday? I'm always curious where people are watching me from. Oh, I forgot to mention with this artwork, I took 5th place. Yay! It was really fun to compete and see everyone's artworks, so really happy with the result. Now I can close it. Sculpting Velvet Crow, that's why I asked about the hair. Who's Velvet Crow? Ooh. Ooh. Main character and the lead protagonist of Tales of Berseria. Oh, that's cool. You're gonna make her in cel shaded style? Does she have braids? Oh, I guess yeah, big messy one. Cool character. Ah, hell yeah, that's a great result. Thank you. Yes, that congratulations. Thank you. I have a bird on my windowsill. I wish I could show you guys. Join us for the stream. I have my monitors set up, and then right behind them there's like a huge window that I'm currently blocking with some shades. But I have a window open because it's almost summer here, and one of the little birds decided to join us. Really cute. Feel like a Disney princess. That's round enough. it's been hard. I would imagine it's got so many details. Insane. So many torn pieces. Whoa. How are you gonna do them? Is it gonna be an alpha? If it's a game ready character? I'll probably just bake all of that torn stuff onto her legs, and I would do the cape with an alpha. The hair, however, would probably need to be either mesh or some clever hair cards. Let's go to the modeler, inset, polygroup all, and instead of using equidistant, I use standard. It yields better results usually. Ooh, except here. I need to smooth this one. Okay. Set polygroup. Nice. Now it's working. Okay. Now we can delete the other part. And we're left with this inside part of the color. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap. Perhaps we should inset it even more. Delete. Now I want to delete this one. This one. Six sculpt of peace, congrats, top 5 for sure. Thank you. Hi Layla, when you sculpt eyelids, do you merge them with the head? Is merge by union the best method? Yes and yes. When I make eyelids, I make them separate, but at some point when all of the pieces are in place, like the whole body block out, I will combine them with the head and make sure that the eyelids are kind of creating this almond shape. So these two were actually at some point, I believe, two different semispheres. And then yes, I like to do this one, remesh by union. Just cleanest way to merge stuff, in my opinion. Okay, long edge, just need to straighten some stuff out. Oh, I can't wait to get my hands on, if you have seen ZBrush Summit presentation, we're getting topology tools, retopology tools, which I'm so excited about. Thank you so much for showing. All good. I think if you go, where would you go? On Maxon channel and type in my name, I will show you all the streams that I've done. And usually at the beginning of the project, I like to block out the character from 0. And yeah, you should be able to see how I do the eyelets. I always do them the same way. Okay. Now that every single row has its own poly group, even though some of them are repeating, it doesn't matter. We go to geometry. Is that what we do? Perhaps we can inset poly group all first. Do something like this. And do that here and here. Oh. Here and here. Oh. Now all of that is one poly group, all of that is the other. Sweet. Now if we extrude poly group all and subdivide it with dynamic, we should get something like this. Which is not exactly what we want, but we'll get there. I wonder if this is too much. What if I do the whole thing? There's no definition. And let me quickly undo and play around with this offset. So inset, and let's do a very tiny edge. And then once you're happy with it, you can just click on the other poly group and it will repeat the same action with the saved setting. So it will remember how wide you want this gap to be, and we'll do the same thing. Now we just need to do it on the middle part. I just alt and drag on these turquoise tiles to create a poly group and do it again. Now let's invert selection. Looks cool. Perhaps we need some support at the top and the bottom. And sides as well. Then we extrude poly group up. Okay, that's more like it. I don't know, do you guys like how many there are? Or is it too many? Oh, very clean. Thank you. That's kind of my thing. I love making clean shapes. When I send you my velvet sculpt for quick give a quick critique. Yeah, for sure. I can do it after the stream, but if you could send it in Discord, the link is down below. Just go and send it to feedback. And if you could include the reference as well that you were using. Not all images, just like 1 or 2. Okay, let's say it's fine. What did I want to make? I don't know. This distance doesn't look like this distance. So knowing myself, I would probably redo it after the stream. How do you know when to add thickness to the jacket? This is dynamic thickness for now, because I'm still tweaking its shape and I'm not 100% happy with it. So I'll keep on adding it. Once I'm happy with the shape, I can commit to it, and instead of just using dynamic, I'll hit apply and it will give me a subdivided mesh. If you hit apply just like that without thickness, it will give you 3 subdivision levels. But if you add some thickness here, it won't, but it will give you like actual geometry. So it's really about being happy with the sculpt. As you can see, I keep on changing my mind about it. But because I figured out how to do color really quick, that I'm not worried. About having to redo it. Plus I can always mush it into the new shape. I could be sitting there and doing it with them standard and clay buildup and like trying to get all of them to look clean, but it would probably take me too long and not yield as clean of results as this. I just dropped it in the feedback server. I really appreciate it. Oh, good. Yeah, it'll work. I'll take a proper look after. Okay. Yeah, man. Whoa. A lot. Wow, she got an extra hand too. What style are you going for? Is it like Square Enix? Is it Final Fantasy? Where it's not quite realism, but it's not quite stylization either. I'm happy with races. Disregard your hands, by the way. No work has been done on them whatsoever. I'll revisit the fingers later. It's fine, very dirty, but let's just Control-Shift-D, Control-W, delete hidden, isolate, and delete hidden. So now I have a duplicate. Let's make it brownish gray. Now go to deformation, polish by groups. We do that to smooth out the borders because they like this when you extract them or do it the way I do it. So polish by group smoothes the border out. I'll go to geometry and ZBrush. Set it to something low. And maybe even lower. Yeah, that's good. Maybe even lower. Maybe I'll just do it by hand. Why am I like making it so low poly, you might ask? Well, I like to work that way. It yields cleanest results when you're working with dynamic subdivision and low poly modeling. I'm just gonna, yeah, give you the best results, in my opinion. In stylization, that is. Or hard surface. Okay, kind of finding my own, I guess, but probably a little more Final Fantasy style. I see. It is important, I feel like, to find a style you're going for, even if you're developing your own. Developing your own style comes from either iterations, so you would be making characters in the same style for the next, I don't know, couple of months, and you're doing sketches and you're doing female, male, old, young, like all like the whole spectrum of characters, and then you find your own style, which is a lot of work for one person. So that's why I recommend either blending a couple of styles together or sticking to one. Just because it is a lot of work and you can spread yourself too thin by also like attempting such a complex character, but also developing your own style. And now you end up with, not now you, but like, I mean, you, how do you say it? You can end up with an unfinished project, like underbaked project, because you tried too many things in the same project. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not making a lot of sense, but I see some people taking on too much and then struggling to deliver in some areas, not because of lack of skill, but because they took on too much. Now, before I continue, I'm gonna save. Do you plan to 3D print this at the end? Yeah, that would be really cool. I think I'm gonna find someone in the area that I live who would be willing to print. Usually you find people on Facebook Marketplace. they tend to sell their gear there. So like 3D printers and resins and whatnot. And I would be like, hey, do you do 3D printing? I've made some friends that way. A very unconventional way of making friends. Yes, I completely understand. I struggled with that when I first started, and only recently I've kind of focused and found my own style. That's fair enough. All I meant to say is that to create an art style such as, for instance, Square Enix's. Am I saying it right? Did Square Enix make Final Fantasy? Because I might be just talking nonsense. To make their art style, it took like a whole department of people, 30, 50 employees, who are just like conceptors slash free artists, working in pre-production to define the style for months. Pre-production can last months and even years. That's why I'm saying that's a lot of work. You're right. Okay. Thank God. I never played Final Fantasy, but I do like the style. Just downloaded ZBrush and it sent me here. The model looks so cool. Thank you, Andrea Koss. Yeah, she is getting there. I like to look at her with the NPR shade material that I tweaked a little bit. And she looks more in line with 2D. I'm not making a 1-to-1 though. I'm making more of like a 3D version, obviously. But I mean that I'm not trying to hit the exact 2D reference. Glad to hear that you just downloaded ZBrush now. You're gonna have so much fun. And I mean it. Just to show you guys what I'm making. Let me export out. No, not this. Export out one of those images. Delete this. Add this in. It's one of the cells from the actual movie. And that's the bit that we're making right now. So you guys can see. Kind of like making a skateboard. The shader is really cool. Also the scoop. Oh, thank you. really want to finish her because I have a backlog of characters. You guys don't understand the graveyard of characters that I have. And I call it graveyard because it's characters that are very close to the finished, but they aren't, and they were never posted anywhere. And it's starting to just get to me. So I need to finish a project. My mental health, first and foremost. Good news of why I am busy and I haven't been sculpting for personal stuff, for personal portfolio as much, is because I got promoted at my job. And now I'm what's the exact wording? Associate character lead artist. A bit more responsibilities now. It's fun. Get to help out the main lead with giving feedback, with aligning all the characters on the project to look similar. Well, not similar, to be exactly in the same style. And I thought I would never enjoy it, but I do. I love helping people. Mention you have all those characters that aren't finished. What if you treat it like ZBrush sculpt off and give yourself a time limit and just call it done and move on? That's the thing. I cannot. I cannot. I am a perfectionist and I need my character to look really good and do something for my portfolio. If it doesn't do anything for my portfolio, it doesn't make it look better, I can never post it there. If it's not on the same level as whatever I already have there, it's not gonna go there. So I'm unmotivated because of it, which is a problem I need to fix. I have so many speed sculpts as well, which were never meant to be full projects. So those ones, I think I could do that because in reality, the Dice King guy thing that I made for the sculpt of is a speed sculpt. He's not production ready whatsoever. He's more of a concept of what the character could look like. Do you guys have that? Does anyone else get stuck in the perfectionism loop? The bird is here again. I'll just take a picture of it. Oh, wait. It's just duplicated and rotated 180-ish degrees. I didn't count. eyes. Very well. Hello, Alex Chan. Welcome. I'm the same way, but trying to be better about not getting perfection paralysis. I rather give myself a deadline, do it to the best of my ability, and call it down and do better on the next one. That's good. That's good. I think I have some sort of mental block. That I need to get rid of. I would really like to finish Zelda. Where is she? 1 second. Yeah, this one. But I don't like her face, so I'm just gonna show it. I watched the video essay the other day on YouTube about same face paralysis, not paralysis, oh my god, same face syndrome. I can't say it. And now I can see it in all of my characters that they have the same face, and I hate it. I do love her proportions though. I think she's cool. That matter. It would be cool to retopologize all of these little bits. It would be a cool challenge for me. Yeah, I'm just stuck in loop of perfecting each character and not moving forward. Not for my real job. My real job, I get them out in time, obviously. Personal projects, oh my god. And whatever happened here? Okay. Interesting. Your mic is a bit soft today, I think. Oh. Sorry guys, I completely did not see that. For some reason my audio mixer in OBS was showing a really good gain. Is it better now? Yeah, so I brought my mic over to work because we're gonna do a charity stream at work. And we needed my mic to test it. And then the gain on the mic went off. So sorry. But doesn't have to the same or similar face also be part of your style? Does you mean like doesn't the fact that I have the same face on all characters mean that I have the same style? I don't know. No? Well, let's compare her and see. The one? This one. Obviously, she's got a stronger nose because she's got a very pointy, slim nose in the show or movie. But yeah. Good now, thank you. I think it all depends on what the end goal is for the project. It's for the 3D print, you don't necessarily need to worry about topology. Yeah, so this one is for the 3D print and just 3D renders on ArtStation, so come on. But I do need to make sure the topology is good enough at least for posing her. I wouldn't want the topology to be an absolute nightmare while I'm posing her. Let's say that's good. What else? Bracelets. Also, obviously, fingers will need to be reworked more into something like this. Bracelets will be very easy to make. How do you normally pose? With transpose master? If I'm lazy, then yes. If I'm not lazy, I take my characters to CC4, is what I have installed. As the 5th place winner, I actually got Character Creator 5, I think subscription, for some amount of time. So I think I'll do that. There's a way to install a bridge between Character Creator and ZBrush and send all of your subtools there, rig them, pose them, and bring them back. And then I think it saves all of that posing into a layer here. So you can have multiple poses. I've utilized Character Creator for posing. It's pretty cool because you can rig them fairly easy and bring back to ZBrush and Final Fix. That's, yeah, exactly what I do. I did it with Zeri, an old project of mine. I did it with Jinx, Punzel, a couple more. It's great. I love Character Creator. Okay, fill this with color. Also want to create these like tubes on the end of this jacket. Let's quickly go down, Control W, delete, polyloop here. Now auto groups. Now we go stroke, functions, border, and we click without symmetry on somewhere to get a nice tubing, I guess. Click hidden, mirror and weld. Wait. That. And I did it the same way here and here and here. I think her feet could be bigger, so she stands a bit stronger. Right now I feel like her feet are too small to support her weight. So let's just quickly do something like this. Turn off perspective and let's just do that. Also, they rotated in a bit, which is weird. If I were to rig her like that and give it to animator, well, to the rigger and then animator, they wouldn't like that because when she walks, she would walk like this, you know, feet in. So it's one of the checks we should do before, hypothetically, like before submitting model and giving it to the rigger. Straighten them out. It's way more balanced if we compare this model to an older model. It was more balanced. I also played a bit with her face before the stream, ever so slightly, changing it. I think I made the head bigger, changed the lips slightly, and the shape of the lower eyelid is now bigger and rounder. Okay. Cool. Will you also be creating a custom base or just a simple one? A base? That's a good question. Custom one would be fun. What would be her custom base? Let's brainstorm. For anyone who has seen the movie. Would be that scene where we first see her at the ruins. Show you. Not even the ruins, I think it's a cemetery. Yeah, so it could be cemetery where they first meet and have like a little battle. Cool fight. Okay, let's do her bracelets. They're very simple. Just append the ring. One. It was for 3D printing. At the end, once I'm happy with the result, I would go over some parts and make them thicker. And these bracelets would be one of those things. Almost like things reach the bracelets, and the bracelets wrap around, but they don't become of a different shape. They still stay circular. So I feel like we need to fill out this gap. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, I think so. Hi, hey, Amir. Welcome. Yeah, well, there's two more, yellow and blue, I believe. Oh, just control and drag to create a copy. Let's rotate it. Make it a different color. Do exactly the same thing with the blue one. Then we'll position them differently. I'm sampling the colors of the image, but then making them a bit more saturated. Auto groups, mirror and weld. Wonder how they can overlap each other if they're all the same size. Guess I have to make some of them bigger. Something like that. Cool. Leave it as that for now. When she's in pose, I could rotate them and, you know, make them look more interesting in pose, more dynamic. That's a problem for future me. Shout out to Max on ZBrush. Hey, I'm wearing ZBrush t-shirt, by the way. An old one, because I think we got a new logo. Still looks similar, but slightly different, slightly better. And now you can also purchase these t-shirts online, but with the newer logo. Okay, we're an hour and 20 in. What else can we do? Her hair needs to be finished. Her legs need to be finished. And we need to model the gun. What do you guys think? How cool would it if Leonardo da Vinci was in your life and thinks you're a great artist in modern day blockchain your art? I don't think I understand what you mean. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm not a morning person. Believe it or not, even though all of my streams for the past 3 years have been in the morning. Most of them. You know what? Make her face slightly bit longer, more elongated. See what it does. We can even do it on a layer. Go up, make a layer, and just... What was I doing? Oh. That's clear. Longer. If we go in the negative, it will squish it. So this way it's longer, this way it's shorter. Yeah. I think I like it. It is very helpful though, for these sort of decisions. Layers, I mean. Very helpful. What's off topic? How did you make the hair? I can show you. There's billions in creative art on the blockchain that doesn't deny art is multifaceted. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Now, how did we make the character's hair? This is one of the custom brushes I downloaded. I believe it was this one. Maybe. One of them. No. By default, this option is on. So you just drag it out. You create a strand, preferably of the color that you want. Yeah, perhaps it wasn't this brush. It was something else. Oh. Do this one. One of them. I have too many. Oh yeah, maybe it was just hair one. And then you place it where you need it to be, and then you manipulate it into space like so. My brush bigger, which will make the size of the strand bigger, and same way make my brush smaller, and it will make the hair strand smaller, well, slimmer. Now I can just adjust it. You can create your own brush like this. It's nothing too complicated. I just used the ones that I've downloaded years ago when I was first starting. They still work well. But you still need to style it a lot to make the hair look good. Definitely a good jumping off point though. Oh. Beautiful, thank you, Amy. Try new characters or use. What? Alright, I don't really. Blockchain guys, off topic. Yeah, a little bit. All about just filling the gaps and looking for interesting silhouettes. Sometimes you can take a clump of hair and I can just Ctrl-Shift-D, which will create a copy of it. Then I can just move it into another space, like here. Not all of these should stay, so I delete some. Some of them can stay. It lets me quickly fill out space. Looking forward to retopologizing the whole thing. Ah, I guess because this project is for 3D printing, I don't need to. But it would have been fun. Yeah, you guys are quiet in the chat, so I'll keep on going with the hair. Almost done. At least for now. Sometimes turning off polygroups and turning off lines can also help to see all the strands independently. See if the other pieces also have one subdivision level. If they do, they do. Just merge down, okay. Merge down. Delete that braid that I showed. This one we don't need to. This one is a bit awkward, so we might just kill it for now. Cool. So now if you turn off your polygroups, you'll be able to see all of this. Some of them will be duplicated, so you just need to go groups, auto groups. If you can't find some of the stuff that I'm showing here, it's my custom menu. You just will most probably, sorry for the noise, we will most probably find them in here. The groups, or sometimes I have things from geometry, modify topology. I want to grab this guy. Just need to finish this block. I think I'll do it the same way I did this one, which is by taking a couple of pieces from here, masking it, creating a copy, control clicking to invert the mask, and control W to create a polygroup, and then that's all we need. So we isolate and delete hidden. Now we can just move this piece, auto group, somewhere here. But don't just be lazy, you have to adjust the flow of the hair. I'll definitely do. You guys have any questions about how I'm doing the hair? Or is this pretty straightforward? Maybe have other questions about ZBrush? Please let me know. Because I'll be finishing the stream shortly, in about 25 minutes. actually quite funny. I know that Anna Genzo or Biganska, she's also one of the streamers here. She's working also on a female character on her streams, and I believe she was also working a week ago or 2 weeks ago on hair of the character. So we're in sync with her, just on different characters. You got the likeness right. Do you have any tips or book recommendations on how to consistently capture likeness? Books or recommendations? Let me think. I'd say just studying people who are really good at it, which I'm not. I'm still learning, but thank you. For me, it's Gabriel Suarez. He works in the more stylized style. 1 second. Here he is. So, incredible likenesses. Jim Carrey. You might have seen some of his works. And he does a lot of printing as well. So he is a great source of inspiration for me in terms of likenesses and how he captures them. Especially if you like, this is Henry Cavill. And you can just take a, find a photo of Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia, put it side by side with this render, and see which facial features he decided to exaggerate, which features he decided to kind of smooth out or sort of omit, right? So just write it down and then do it with every single character you like. And it doesn't just have to be Gabriel Suarez. There are other people who do it very well, but he is the one that comes to mind first. This is great. Not so much likeness, but shapes. Really good shapes. So it's not exactly a book or a resource, more just the portfolio I would study. But it's a good one. Just so good. So for me, with this character, if we look at her, maybe not screaming, but this one. For me, it was small head, very wide shoulders, long legs, perhaps even not long enough. And I also made her curvier, but it's my personal preference of what I wanted to make. Perhaps her arms a bit too long, but we'll see. And I know she's got short spiky hair, so that's what I'm trying to do here. They're not spiky enough right now, but I'll fix it on the other side. Yeah, I kind of like the flow. It's kind of going one way. Add these side bangs as well. Very important to add. But again, I'm stylizing her hair more than it is in the show. Sorry, movie. Keep on saying show. I guess subconsciously I wish there was more. Hi, Anna. Yeah, Anna's great. Thank you. You're welcome. Check out the work of Ian Springs if you're looking for some of the best likenesses in this industry. That's the other side of the spectrum, however. Likenesses? Yes, amazing. Stylized? No. No. He makes one-to-one copies of people, which likenesses, yeah. Which is amazing, but I feel like that is a bit different from stylized likenesses. So it depends on what you're trying to create. So that we want longer legs though. This is very pretty nice work. Thank you. And I can save. And we can quickly go to Z plugin, T-pose, transpose master, T-pose mesh, and I can quickly show you what's the easiest way to elongate characters' legs or change the proportions. So more going on there. We'll check later. But yeah, because I have a lot of pieces, this is the easiest way for me to change the proportions. What it does, it combines all of your subtools into one, brings it to the lowest subdivision level, and lets you do manipulations to it. As long as you don't change the poly count of it, so you don't add more geometry with like Sculptures Pro or anything like that, you will be fine. I want to make them slightly longer here and here. I want to put them closer together as well. Not really. In my mind, her pose will be quite like her legs will be spread apart. Yeah. I'm just doing this ever so slightly. Cool. Now, once you're happy with it, am I happy with it? septal. You can see her legs grow longer in real time. Some of the body parts come out, that's okay. Push them back in. Now we can compare it to an older version. So that was before, before, now. I think it helps. Not, I can always come back. I know that these proportions are not realistic. I'm not trying to say they are, but in superhero movies and comics, a lot of female superheroes, they will have distorted proportions, especially in the lower half. Their legs will be just super long. Oh, that's a cool character from Vampire Hunter. You know it. Thank you. Do you know a bit of rigging animation in Unreal? Latest updates are awesome. No, I haven't done much rigging in Unreal. I'll need to check it out though. I've done some rigging, nothing too complex, but yes. Okay. Be happy with that. Switch to this material to see a bit more definition. I wanted to do some folds here. We subdivided a couple more times. I like to see this material on. Let's switch to white. Now I can see it better. Make something like this. Why not? Yeah. Push it a bit more with actual fluff move brushes and ZBrush that activate the dynamics. But I wouldn't just rely on them because they don't yield results that are quite there. They could be used as a base or like to push already stylized folds closer. I don't know if I like these ones though. Might be a bit too strong for my taste. Maybe. We'll see. I can barely see it in here, but when it's gonna be 3D printed, you will. We'll see if I keep it. Please, Maxon, create a better transpose posing tool, not a new UI. I think new UI is valid, considering it hasn't been updated since the release of the program. And I feel like the new version of ZBrush that we're gonna get by the end of this year already has so many cool features, like retopology tools and UV tools. One step at a time, my friend. One step at a time. Plus, ZBrush works so well with Character Creator 4 for posing. I personally prefer that pipeline over Transpose 2. And, you know, ZBrush is for sculpting, texturing now, and retopology, and maybe some concept artwork, prototyping, modeling. It can't do absolutely everything in the pipeline, nor should it. That's my personal opinion. Hey, wait. Hey, we've got 5 minutes left. Also cool model, she's cute. Thank you. Thank you. She's getting there. I have many thoughts on her, but she's getting there. I like her hair now. I like the long legs, the little bracelets and bracers, and what would you call it? The inside of the collar, which I think has inverted normals. Does it? Huh. Yes. So flip. Now it should be fine. Yeah. Okie dokie. I think that'll be it. I won't be able to do much more progress this stream. I want to go have breakfast, get some energy, so I can maybe sculpt some more on her today. And see you next stream where we could pose her. I'll ask the team if I could show my character creator process on stream, so we can rig her together potentially. We'll see. If not, I could do it on my personal channel. And if you haven't been following me and are considering doing so, all the links are down below. I have ArtStation, Instagram, Discord, Telegram, if you're on Telegram. Yeah. This is it for this stream. Let me put her to the side. So that's after. That's before. I can't see it because chat is in the way. So let's do before. After. To the stream. Thank you, Tikikashi, for coming. As always, you're always here. Great work as usual. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. We stay in touch, we follow you and stand with you. Okay. Thank you for that. But yeah, as always, you can find me on all of that social media. If you need some feedback, please reach out. Discord server is open for everyone. The link is down below. And I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye!